Thank you, Werner, for giving that intro in terms of who NICIS is. So I don't have to spend more time telling the people about NICIS. So whenever you leave here, remember NICIS. and also remember that we are at your service. Anything that you need for your research, we support you as NICIS. It is our role. So don't despair. Yes. So don't despair. Everything that you require in terms of computing, data, and networks, it's made available for you, and it's freely available. So my name is Sthembiso Mkhwanazi. I'll be briefing you on the data component of NICIS. So like Werner has said, we work as an integrated national infrastructure for cyber infrastructure. So when we talk about cyber infrastructure, in our way, we talk about those three components: data, computing, and networks. So for now, I'm going to focus on the data component thereof. Firstly, I'll start with this quote. Without data, we are just another person with an opinion. Until you substantiate your opinion with data, it's just an opinion. There's nothing to it. So you need to have data. So what is DIRISA about? We've got some strategic objectives that guides us in terms of what we do as DIRISA. We support all the thematic areas without any favor. So all the top thematic areas that we can think about in the research community, we support, because we enable research through provision, firstly, through provision of these infrastructures that we are doing. So like we've said, we've got three components: computing, networking, and data services. We also have got core for each. So there is core data management, there is core for the computing, there is core for the networking, and also there are network resources. And using all our skills that we have within NICIS, we make sure that we provide state-of-the-art support to the research community. So Werner said that you'll see this picture in many forms. This is another form. So for now, we're focusing on DIRISA. Roughly, within DIRISA, we don't have a large number of staff. We've got a staff complement of about 40. 8 of them is, or maybe 9 is about technical, and then 5 non-technical, including management. So these are the strategic objectives which guides us. What is it that we do as DIRISA? We provide the state-of-the-art infrastructure for data management. That is where we build these infrastructures for use by the research community. Secondly is the research management, data management. We provide tools and applications that enables you to access this infrastructure. So just to note, all these applications and tools, they are built in-house. So we are big on data sovereignty. So we make sure that whatever we do, it's from South African perspective. It is for South Africans. So we do have developers internally that are able to do the developments, even though it's sometimes slow in the development, but we pride ourselves with whatever we provide you with, we are able to support and maintain locally within the country. Thirdly, we advocate and coordinate data management activities. Like we are here now, stakeholder engagement. We're engaging the digital humanities to let you know what is it that we have, how can we support you. So we do that, and also we do that through conferences. We always have our national conference that runs at either the last week of December or the first week or the last week of November every year, where we welcome all our stakeholders to participate. So you're all welcome to participate in this conference. It's a national conference, so we normally rotate and go to different provinces, depending on the ability to host us, because we have grown over the years in this conference. So look out for the announcement in terms of where this year's conference will be, where you'll see all the three entities of NICIS will be represented. And then fourthly, we also do the human capital development to empower the young ones, also the old ones, in terms of how to use this infrastructure that we provide. So currently, as DIRISA, we do have roadshows that are ongoing all over the country. Some of my colleagues are currently at the Eastern Cape. So they are visiting Rhodes and other universities. Last week, we were in Gauteng. I was visiting Val, University of Technology. So where we share about these things, what is it that is available for use for the universities? So lastly, we provide thought leadership in terms of we need to be champions of what we do. Specifically in this case on data management, we need to provide input to government to say, if it comes to data management, look at us. So we do that through the likes of big data strategy and so forth. So in terms of the infrastructure that we have currently, I'm not going to go to technicality of this. Werner did touch on that. We've got an online storage, which is a hot storage, we call it, where you are able to store your data and access it easily. It was implemented in 2018 and it's available for use. These storage facilities that we have, they are managed by the integrated role-based data systems, which is IRODS, which is a software that we use to manage direct where the data goes. It's either it goes to the hot storage or it goes to the long-term archival storage, which is the cold storage. The difference between the hot storage and the cold storage is that the cold storage, you can store your data that is of sentimental value, whether to the researcher himself or to the government or to anyone that has generated that data. So you store it for over a long period of time, 10 years, 20 years, depending on the importance. And also we've got the NICIS Cloud, Siboa, but the Pretoria zone, where we are still under in configuration of that platform. These are some of the events that we have. I've mentioned about CHPC conference, but also coming soon in July, we have the annual National Research Data Week, where our research communities comes to us and share what are their pains, what are their needs, and how can we support them going forward. I indicated about roadshows. We've got HCD and services, where we've got coding school and the Datathon. We also have got a huge conference, international conference, which is called International Data Week, which is coming in October 2027. We've already started planning for that. It's a huge uptake for us. We have been mandated by the Department of Science and Innovation to plan and coordinate this event, which is a national event. Not only in national event, but international event, where all the data-related participants will be coming to our shores. It will be in Cape Town, ICC, but we'll share the details. Future projects, the expansion of our infrastructure, both hot and cold. Also collaborations that we currently have in terms of what we do and what we develop, like the data site, collaboration with CETA on the DOIs, data, which is digital objects identifiers. Also the IRODs, we form part of the consortium membership in order for us to share and learn from the other communities that are available out there. So on the DIRISA services, I'm not gonna stay much there because of time. But firstly, you must know that personal data is the new oil of the internet and the new currency of the digital world. So we have a single sign-on where you access our infrastructure by only having one set of credentials to access our infrastructure. You use those credentials to access all of them. You don't have to remember a number of passwords and usernames. You only have one, and then we are able to access it. So these are the benefits. One of it, you sign on once. You also, for security reasons, it helps in that. Also, it helps desks are like, or the help desks are likely to see for fewer complaints. So whenever you have your different passwords and usernames, you'll find people saying, hey, I forgot my password, I was on leave. So this one minimizes that because you've only got one username and password that you have. And the data management planning tool, it's what is used by the researchers to plan and manage their data from the inception right through the end of their project. So this tool helps you to write your data management plan, which is a funder requirement to say, how are you going to manage your data throughout your life cycle? So we provide this to all the researchers. We provide you with a template. If you need a customized template, we do it for you. You just complete the fields, and then you have a plan that you can submit to research funders like NRF to say, yes, I have my data management plan, and then they can fund your project. So these are the benefits. I'm not going to go through all of them. I've touched in most of them. Failure is an amazing data point that tells you which direction not to go. So failure is not good. Some would say fail is first attempt in learning. So it tells you what not to do next if you are engaged in another project. We also have got DOI minting, which is digital object identifier, meaning your data, it needs a unique identifier for it to be searchable because you need to find your data at some point. So we provide this service where we allocate the code or the ID for your data set. These are the benefits. We create it, you can edit it, we can publish the DOI, and you can delete it before publishing. But once you published, everyone is able to access it. You can no longer delete it. We also got data deposit tool, the ability for you to ingest your data into our infrastructure. So this tool helps you with that. So it helps you with the collections that you've put together over time. You are able to search on your collections. You are able to share the links with your collaborators in your field or the people that are working with you in your projects. And also you can delete, and also if maybe you did that by mistake, you can be able to recall it from trash to make it available again. Those are the functionalities. And then there's LTA, which is the tape library. So this tape library affords you an opportunity to store your data over a longer period of time, from 3 years up to 20 years, where you have your data available. Whenever you need it, you can be able to access the infrastructure. And then there's data sharing services. We are pro-collaboration and also making sure that we share what we have as researchers. So the data sharing enables you to share your data. So here as well, you've got your collections, you can be able to see it, you can upload data. You can also create communities that you collaborate with in your research community so that you can be able to share that data with them. And then on HCD programs, like we are going on now, we are showcasing what is it that the young, the ones that have just gone into universities and the post ones that have been in universities for quite some time. We've got opportunities for all of them. We start from high school, and then we in the undergraduates and then postgraduates as well. So on the high school side, we target grade 10s and 11s. The reason being, we cannot target grade 12 because during that time they're busy with exams. So we bring in the young ones to teach them the basics of coding, starting them from scratch. Some of them have never seen a computer before. Some of them have never touched one. And we take them up, bringing them up to a level where they can be able to compete at a national stage. So it was established in 2019, grade 10 and 11. Currently, we've been adopting 2 schools in Pretoria because of resources that we have, limit of resources, but we want to grow. So in 2024, we'll be targeting KZN to take a school within KZN and take them through the coding school. These are some of the solutions that these kids have come up with over the years. Some of them, the step counter, fire detector, network strength detector, social distance protocols during the COVID-19. So these are very solutions to real South African problems that they've identified during the course of their participation in the coding school. And then on the undergraduates, there is Datathon, which is now currently going on. It was launched in 2019. That is where we bring the first years or second years from universities, and then we train them, and then they participate during our conference in December to compete and win prizes, and also identifying and resolving the real South African problems. So this slide shows you, the blocks shows you the universities that have been involved in the previous datathons, some of which that are not in the block are the ones that we are all targeting to tell them about what is Datathon about so that they can participate as well and benefit. So this is the Datathon process, which starts from early. Because of time, I'm not going to go through the details. You can see for yourself, and the slides will be made available for you to go through that. So this was the visit to the VAL VUT last week on Thursday, where we shared these presentations with them. And then on postgraduate, we've got the NEPTTP, which is the e-science program that we're running and coordinating on behalf of Department of Science and Innovation. I know that University of Limpopo and University of Venda, they are part of that program, where is a consortia of universities where we provide master's and MSc program and bursaries for students to do e-science. So these are the universities that are participating in that program. Of course, in doing all this, there are challenges and opportunities. So like I indicated, these tools that I've shared with you that are developed in-house, sometimes it's slow to go through the development, but there are opportunities there. So the control and ownership is what we pride ourselves with. Staff turnover also is problematic. but we can improve in terms of how we keep the skills that we build within DIRISA, and also retain and also have the succession planning for our skills that we've built over the years. I think that is that from me. Thank you. If you want to contact us, those details are available. The slides will be shared with you. You can be able to go through the slides at your leisure. Thank you so much for your audience.